We should have worn Christmas hats or something, shouldn't we? Because this is our last call before Christmas.
Yeah.
We're so excited because we're going to have 2 weeks off. I think my mum's looking for Christmas hats now, which is quite funny.
Yeah.
Christmas crackers, so there might be a party hat inside.
Party at the end of the call.
So this is our last call for the last 2 weeks. We just want to say thanks. We just want to say thanks to everybody for jumping on the call. Thanks for making yourselves available on a Sunday night, just showing up. You guys always do, and you're all freaking legends. And we just love, we love coming to you from different places around the world. And sharing I've been so excited. I'm sure you saw me post up 5 days ago saying, I'm so excited for the team call, because the information that we've got to share with you is just, and it's kind of been leading up to it with the Peter Kelly's Why video. It's just one of my favourite subjects to talk about with Isagenix. And, one of the things that really sets my heart on fire when I share about this. So, so we'll go through the initial structure and then we'll get into
we're going to go quickly through our normal structure just because we want to cover a few things, the why, as well as I want to talk about how the pages work, the new pages, the pre-Christmas cleanse page, what that's going to turn into, the Team Abundance page, all that, just so people who are on here and people who listen to the recording are clear on exactly how the pages work and what's expected of people. Cool. So let's kick it off with recognition. You wanted to recognize a couple of people in the team, right?
I did. I wanted to recognise so 2 people this week, and I love doing the recognitions. One person will be watching the recording, which is Cindy, and the other person is sat in the bottom right-hand corner, which is Patricia.
Did you mean Kate?
No. Oh, sorry, not Cindy. Kate.
Cindy's going to watch and go, oh.
Oh, sorry, Cindy. I mean, Kate.
We acknowledge you too and recognise you too, Cindy.
Travelling all night. Always recognising you, Cindy. You're a legend and you're bossing your healthy mind and body. But no, the 2 people that I really wanted to acknowledge this week were Patricia and Kate for completing their 30 days of their 16-week challenge. I'm just so proud of you girls. Like I wrote on Facebook, woo! Do the happy dance. Because, it takes something. It's a huge transition going from having, doing, just eating whatever comes to mind, to using the nutritional cleansing program. And sometimes for people it can be quite challenging. Sometimes for people it's really easy, right? And I've just seen you both boss out your first 30 days. So incredible energy now, sleeping amazing. Have dropped a few kilos, both of you, feeling light and at home in your body. And that was the experience that I had in my first 30 days. And I just love seeing that in other people. And that's why we do this. That's why we share this so much, because, we love giving people that gift that we had given to us. And so, I just want to say huge congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Kate, I know that you're going to watch the recording as well. And and I can't wait to see your 16-week challenge results, both Patricia and Kate. Yeah. And I had Kate message me going, what's the double cleanse? I need to know, what does the double cleanse involve? So I gave her a bit of a briefing on the double cleanse, and she's into her fifth week now, and she's super, super pumped to smash out her 16-week challenge. So Patricia's like, double cleanse. I've been doing double cleanses since my very first one.
I think I just want to quickly acknowledge and recognise Joe, Alice, Patricia, you guys, as well as there's been a few people posting and commenting and liking and doing all that on the pages.
Yeah.
And I just really want to acknowledge you guys for that, because if it wasn't for everyone in the team, especially from the Team Abundance page, keeping the pre-Christmas cleanse page alive, it would just be no point, it would just be dead. So it's just you guys are the ones that keep it alive, that keep it going, keep people inspired on that page. Our people that we introduced to the page that aren't doing Isagenix yet. And Alice is also, I'm going to recognize you for releasing 5 kgs this week. That's crazy. 5 kgs in 1 week. What the heck?
In 1 week, no. In
I
your
was
first
gonna
month,
say,
right?
first month, okay,
In
cool.
1 week, I'd be a bit.
No, my overall goal, my first 30 days was 5 kgs, and I just was about 4 and a bit, and then this week
Hit the 5 kg.
now Sunday, Tuesday.
Bye bye, mummy tummy.
Yeah, it's going. Yeah.
Nice, awesome, Alice. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Like, great work on the house side of things and just keeping those pages alive. And we'll be talking about the pre-Christmas cleanse page later, but that's going to be our new cleanse page. So
I'm just loving that page
I
as
love
well.
it,
I feel like it's got a real sense of community.
It's more intimate.
Yeah, and you can go on there. I was saying to Isaac, because I don't know if you guys know, but I do card readings. Like I just more for fun. Well, I do them for my friends and stuff. And I was saying, Isaac, should I pick a card for the team and like post it on there and stuff? And that wouldn't have been something that I would have done in the Complete Lifestyle, just because there was so many people in there. I wouldn't have felt comfortable sharing that. But with you guys and that group, I feel like it's a place that I can really be myself. And so I know if I feel like that you know, you guys do as well. So yeah, it's awesome. And to have you all contributing on there, like Isaac said, makes such a difference to because that was just us posting all the time, and it's like, oh, these guys again.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's go straight into breakthroughs and breakdowns. So anyone on the call, 1 or 2 people who want to share a breakthrough or a breakdown that they've had this week, and you know, just wherever you're at with it, just share where you're at. If we have something to offer, we'll offer it, or if you just simply want to share it, go for it. So I'll give you guys a few seconds. Alice? Yeah.
Just thinking really quickly, I think I've been doing quite a lot of work around the possibility of building a business this week. So not in action with calls or contacts or things, but really setting it up for myself as a real, no kidding, I'm going to do this possibility. And so I've been really confronted by that, because it's so, on one hand, it's so exciting, and the other hand is, how do I fit that into my life, and how am I going to make it work? And, so just dwelling in that place, and because, just against this really, really huge possibility of what it is, obviously got a lot of real power from PK's video last night around the why, and, and also Adam posted, I post on Adam's stuff. I like to be able to encourage and promote and stand for him. Like, I've known Adam for a really long time, and he was always going to be very, very good at something, just the way he is as a human being. And then he said to me, what was it? You were made for this, or something like that. It just kind of really reassured me that this is so I wanted to do a network marketing business about 10 years ago, Usana, and I wasn't ready. But I think now who I am, what I've got, the skills I've got, everything, it feels like a real pinnacle, the perfect jumping off point for an opportunity like this. But it's just whether you still have all that doubt. So it just is, it's completely showing up. Do you know what I mean? All the doubts showing up against the possibility.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that I've got a cleanse. So I just had pretty hard cleanse, but I think I've got through that, because I actually reached out to the other group, the Complete Experience, and got some tips there, and also Isaac gave me some coaching. And I think I just did a day where I hadn't drunk enough water, and I just was finding getting through the 5 o'clock, the end of the day, with the children particularly, and cooking and just the smells, and it was going in my head, and the kids kind of went viral. And I'm not a shouty mum. I'm a really, really, really patient, good mum. Well, we'll do what we do, but generally I don't. So anyway, the thing about that is it's good, right? And I think every learning that I'm going through is part of the process, and I can learn how to do it better and manage it. And so it's very exciting. Yeah.
Did the kids get feral? I love that.
They can always get feral. Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Kids get feral.
It's like I've got all this stuff I want to do now. Like, it's like I've been lit up, right? And I'm kind of on fire, and I want to just sit down and watch videos, and I want to write notes, and I want to call people, and I want to get in action. And it's like I've still got 2 little kids all the time, or a lot of the time. And so working out a no-fail plan is going to be really cool. And I did look at that 90-day PDF that's on the website, and I think there's some pages in there that just show you like a power hour, and I'm going to work out in my day where I can do all the bits and pieces that I need to do and just try to be as productive as I can.
Yeah, awesome.
It'll work out. It'll be great.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Thanks for sharing all that,
Exciting.
Alice. And it's really great for other people to hear where you've had the triumphs and the down days.
Oh yeah.
Because because when you do it so much at Landmark, it just becomes second nature, and it's just really authentic. So thank you for sharing that. And also we've been in touch we've been getting quite a bit of coaching from Jen Patch, and for those of you,
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know Jen. She basically ran to Millionaire with PK, and was the highest income earner in Isogenics for about 3 years in a row. And so Isaac and I
In Australia and New Zealand.
in Australia and New Zealand, and we've been in touch with her quite a bit, and she was saying like about finding a sweet spot for people to run is for about 4 to 6 weeks. Any more than that, and we've done 90-day game plans quite a lot with our team, any more than that people tend to like drop off, and by the time you're coming to the end of the 90 days people are like crawling over the finish line.
Too
so
long.
we're going to do a 6-week sprint in the new year with you guys as part of the
So cool. Perfect. Yeah.
plans. It's going to be New Year kickoff. It's going to be so amazing. It's going to be all perfectly timed, and you guys are going to be able to run for 6 weeks with us, and create, because it's the most fruitful time in Isogenics in Australia and New Zealand is January, February, March, because it's summer. And straight after Christmas, so it'll be perfect, and we're excited about that. And then it will be just in time for celebration, which comes in March. You guys will have rank advanced. Your business will be paying you a bit of money.
Got your products paid for.
Celebration is amazing, and then after that, there's a new ISA Derby that's released. So. It's going to be a big year, but it's going to be awesome. That's why I just want you guys to know, and we've got a plan for you all to win. So when you said about the 90-day game plan, it made me think that we hadn't shared about the sprint that we're going to do in the new year. So
cool. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Well, I'm sure that you had mentioned about that, creating a plan, and so it's all good. We'll watch this space. Yeah, great. Thank you. I'll let someone else share now. Okay.
Yeah, go for it. And there's no harm in starting like right now in terms of practicing those skills you've already got, Alice, and for all of you, finding those pockets of life and using them to like most effectively. So a couple of things that will help you, Alice, especially being a mum, and when I've talked to mums and dads, is voice messages on Facebook. That's one thing that helps heaps. The other thing is of course, Facebook, social media posting. I had another thing too, but we'll be going through when we do our game plan around that 6-week sprint, exactly like what it takes to build in a really short space of time, but really productively in that time frame. For anyone, for like mums, for single people, for couples, all of them, like it's all the same sort of stuff. So you'll find that it's just whatever you've done in the past, you can just put that to the side with your son or anyone else, because
absolutely.
I mean, now that we've won ISA, we know what it takes to like really build a business really quickly in that short space of time. And same with Corin, her team won the last one. So you've got some great leadership, and we can't wait to help you guys
and to guide you
through
the mistakes that we've made. That's what we got from when we were talking to Jen. She was like, we've made a lot of mistakes. Going millionaire in 2 years, you have to. It's pretty full on, and for us, she's just able to guide us, and so that we don't always have the same breakdowns, and the same for you guys, because we built really quick. That doesn't always mean that it's effective, and so I think creating structure and consultants and things in your team is something that we've learnt to do in a kind of haphazard way, and to show you how to do it more smoothly is really powerful for you guys. So we're just committed to you guys learning how to do this quickly without having to sit and make the same mistakes we made too. Yeah,
Awesome.
and biggest thing is systems and tools. Like, we could talk about this for ages, but using the systems and the tools that Isogenics have given us. As soon as you have a question, there's always a tool for it. I even have to remind myself of that because I go to answer people's questions, and tools, people, there's always this thing they say at events, people don't duplicate, tools do. A podcast you can send to anyone and it's the same. A person, you can't send a Rachel to someone every time. And there's podcasts on building a business with Isogenics whilst having 5 kids or whatever. Like, there is a podcast for everything.
That was the other thing, Alice. I mentioned podcast to you. So listen to podcasts in your car, whenever you can, in between mum stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I downloaded that Podomatic, and I am going to be driving quite a bit next year, so it's one of the times that I'm going to be able to talk to people, but I'm also going to be able to do podcasts and listen to stuff, and the kids will just be learning about how to build a business on the way to school.
It's so great for them.
Because they're carrying on the legacy.
Yeah.
When they're 18.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome.
They don't mind. They've been listening to podcasts their whole life, so they're all good.
It will change the blueprint of their, financial direction as well, because I saw a guy called Shannon Masters, who his son had created this like business project because he's only like 7 or 8 and he can't have a job, and he's seen his dad build a business from home, and he went out and he borrowed money from his dad, and then
Damien Ferretti?
No, it was on Shannon. He borrowed money from his dad, and then he did this project in the local neighborhood, and then he made the money back and he paid his dad back, and then he made himself a profit, and it was all about how an 8-year-old can go do this. And I thought that was so powerful for like young people to be out doing that stuff. And 8-year-olds being an entrepreneur, and it was awesome. Yeah, it's really awesome to see that. I think we've gone a bit off track.
Yeah.
So anybody else want to
Els.
share any breakdowns, breakthroughs?
One more, Joe, Patricia. Yeah, I'll just unmute you, Patricia.
She switched her camera.
There you go.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I really identified with what Alice said. I watched that Y video as well, the PKY video, and my brain just exploded with all of these possibilities and all of these huge, really huge possibilities. But then I saw how far away they were, and you get discouraged. And so I was having like a bit of a breakdown. And then I just watched her next video, which was the, the voice versus the noise. And it totally like cleared it up completely. She addressed that 100%. You don't look at the huge possibility a million steps away. You look down and you take one step at a time, and it's so easy and it's just so simple. And it's really, really empowering. So I found that really helpful. Alice, if you want to check that video if you haven't already.
Yeah, but no, it's good for everyone else who's going to be listening to the call, and Joe, if you haven't watched it either. No, it's so perfect. As soon as you started saying that, I was thinking it's short-term goals. It's short-term, mid-term, long-term, and when you're doing your 6-week sprint and everything we're going to start doing, like action-wise, coming into the new year, it's all going to make sense when we bring the why together, why you're doing this, your passion for it, into an actual plan around actions and what we're going to actually create. So it's all going to make sense. Like, it's mainly we wanted you guys to just be really present to your why and know what it is that you're excited about most when it comes to this business opportunity that we have, and just going into Christmas and New Year excited with your family and friends, and just
What's
that
possible.
pure excitement without any attachment to it has to look anyway right now or be any certain way. And then coming into New Year, we'll just pump it out together and smash some huge goals. And small goals.
Yeah, small goals along the way to keep you motivated.
Yeah, cool. Okay, thanks for that, Patricia and Alice. So we'll go straight into the belief needle. So we're just going to quickly go through this. If you've got a notepad and pen, just quickly note down. I'm just going to go through them really quickly.
Joe, did you didn't have did you have anything you wanted to share, or you're all good?
I think probably just for me, probably more breakthrough rather than breakdown. And it's just about thinking about next year, and I'm really, really excited for next year. Just trying to work out how I'm going to make space with my other job and move away from that. And I feel like I'm going to be able to do that next year, so that's really exciting. And just the other two breakthroughs were mainly around mindset and behaving as if you're already doing the thing that you want to do.
Uh-huh.
So my goal for mid next year is to be executive and starting to behave like I actually already am that.
Yeah.
So everything I do is going to draw what I need to me to be able to achieve that, because I'm already doing it. So that was a breakthrough. And also just about the mindset around what you think and believe is what you attract to yourself.
Yeah, so true. Yeah.
So,
and even talking like it, like Isaac and I would just be like, oh my goodness, it's so great, we went 3-star, like how good does it feel to be 3-star now? I just love that we're earning 6 figures, and that we just booked that holiday to Hawaii, and we just we actually just role play that we're already millionaires or whatever, because they say that there's no difference between the brain actually having something and not having something. The brain doesn't know the difference. It's just so that's really. Do you mind me asking what you actually do for work? Like, are you a midwife as well? Or?
Yeah, I'm a midwife. So I'm a self-employed midwife. So I work outside of the hospital most of the time, unless I'm having babies, and it's about 80 hours a week that I work. Sometimes up to 100, so it's pretty hectic.
Yeah, that is so, because I've seen you in your car, and I know mostly midwives because she spent a lot of time at the hospital.
Yes.
I was like, I'm sure she doesn't work at the hospital, so she said you guys have it pretty tough out in the community, so I couldn't do that. So good on you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you transition from maybe full-time to part-time, and been able to use Isagenix as a vehicle to do that. That's really exciting.
How cool would that be?
Yeah,
absolutely. So excited for that. I can't wait.
Yeah, me too for you.
Yeah. So
thank you
to be on that journey. Yeah.
Awesome, thanks, Jenny.
Thanks.
So the belief needle. So quickly write down, or at least note down in your head, the 5 beliefs that we have. So there's products is the first one. Compensation plan is the second.
You can just write comp plan if you want.
Yeah, comp plan. Company as in Isagenix. Network marketing as in the industry, or NWM.
You guys totally cut out.
Do you want to read? We can read them again in a sec.
Yeah, I'll read them all out again. Yeah. And then the last one is self, your belief in yourself. So the 5 beliefs again for Patricia is number 1, products. Okay. Number 2, compensation plan. Comp plan for short. Number 3, company. Number 4, network marketing, or NWM for short. And number 5, self. Did you catch all that, Patricia?
Yes, thank you.
Cool, no worries. Awesome. So on that scale of 1 to 10, I like to put a line. It just makes it visual, 0 or 1 right at the beginning of the line on the left, and then on the right, 10 at the end. And just for each one, just take the next 20-30 seconds to note down where you're at on your scale of belief for each of those products: comp plan, company, network marketing, and yourself. So 1 being that you have completely no belief in, I'll use the products for instance. You have no belief in the products; they haven't worked for you. No one's going to be a 1 on this call. And you just don't have any belief in them at all. And 10 being you've got the most amazing results. You're smashing your Ice Body challenge. You
lost 5 kilos.
You lost 5 kilos in the first month. you just feel on top of the world, and you've never felt this good since you were 5 years old. Would be a 10.
5 years old.
So do that for each of the beliefs? That's my one. I always say that when I tell my story.
Should we rate ourselves?
Yeah, I've already done it. You could do it.
Okay, you've
Just
done
you
it.
do it.
No, I like writing it down.
You get your mind?
No, just use yours.
Just look up when you guys are done and you've done all that.
Do you like this?
Just tell me your one.
10.
Yeah.
10. 10.
Mm.
10. 8.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so everyone's done that. Cool. So wherever you're at in each of them is perfect. I always like to say that because this whole scene where you're at is not about making stuff wrong. It's more about gauging like week by week, because we did this last week, where exactly you're at and how far you've come, and with your goal that you had last week, did you fulfill on it? And if you did, has that moved the belief scale up in whatever area you were working on, and so on.
Yeah.
So I'll actually use myself as an example. So I had my belief in network marketing it's like a 9 to 10. So I was just like, there's just something small missing in getting it to a 10 and just having me be like a solid 10. And so I committed to putting up a post posting on social media, doing like a power post during the week. And I chose a quote and I put up, jobs fill your pockets and adventures fill your soul. And then that was my power post quote. And then I just put up, something about that quote. And then I actually wrote on the next line, reach out to me to see what I actually do if you're interested in knowing more, like for yourself, like if you want. And I wrote a bit like a power post for the, what we do in Isagenix as a business. So I had a couple of people actually reach out to me and message me off that. And I put it up at like, not at all at a decent time. It was like midnight in New Zealand. But I didn't really care. It was just the point of putting it up and just getting it out there. And who knows, that person, the couple that reached out to me might not have seen if I put it up any other time. So it was perfect. And, I'm in chats with those people about the business side of Isagenix and what could be possible with them earning an additional, side income that comes in residually each week. And they're excited, both of them. They're really excited for them. And they're both couples as well. So
you said something about having, it does, a job that does both, like where you can have.
Yeah, that's right. I said in the post, you can go back on my feed if you want. And I just said, if you want an idea for a power post, a job that gives you both, that, fills your pocket and gives you adventure at the same time and fills your soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that was me. That took me up to a 10. Like I just realized the power of this industry, and it gave me that posture to just go, this is the industry I've chosen. This is the industry that we are creating income through. And then at the same time, there's no coincidence that this week for us is our biggest week in terms of residual income throughout our last 2 and a bit years in Isagenix. So it's so exciting to see what this actually creates for us, and and the difference that we're making too as an impact of that's how we get the result of the residual income. It's us and how we're impacting others. Alice, did you want to say something?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge you, Isaac, for doing that, and just also acknowledge the courage that it takes to take that step. And it's crazy, right? Because on one hand, you so know that it works. There's all these people that do it. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's still some little, I don't know, for me anyway, there's some little question, like what will people think? Do you know? Will it work? What will people think? I'm putting it out there, and the craziness of it is to just not follow your passion and to just declare it and to own it, because that's like the confidence that, I don't know. I think just because I worked at Landmark, as a staff member, I was a leader, and I still wasn't really straight with people about what I was doing. It was just like this funny little thing, because they just don't quite understand it, or there's some residual historical, and yeah. So just because we don't need to do that anymore. Do you know? You don't need to have any fear around it. It's what's so cool is it's just like so, why not? And we're just with brilliant people involved. I think that's the key difference for me with this, is the people are just so authentic and heartfelt, and everybody is like that. And anyway, I don't know, it's just there for me to say.
Thanks, Alice. And I really appreciate that. And it's funny you say, like, yeah, just that you acknowledging me for that, because when I was focusing on network marketing, I was actually probably more focusing on myself, that belief in self, because that needle went up as well as the network marketing needle. And it's crazy. When you focus on one area, you'll notice other areas will go up. Put your hand up if you noticed that you took it on last week and other areas of your belief went up when you committed and fulfilled on your goal. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. And for those who didn't, who are on the call or, are not on the call, so take it on. Like, it really works. Like, just take on, it doesn't have to be a massive goal. All my goal was to do a power post. Like, I've done power posts in the past, but I had a commitment behind this one, and increasing my belief in that network marketing needle and self.
It can just be something as simple as, like, so when you're going through those 5 categories, if it's like compensation plan, I don't, at the start, I didn't know much about the compensation plan. I just committed to watching Jim Coover's compensation plan that week before the next call or whatever. So it can be something as simple as that. Yeah. For Isaac, it was doing a post. And if you're not sure what a power post is, again, you can just reach out to us, but it's just essentially something around like the business. And
I could send you a tool.
There's a tool for that. There's a podcast. So yeah, it can be anything. It can be like posting a before and after, because that's something that freaks you out. Whatever it is for you. For me, it was growing the area of self. I think self is a continual growth journey, and one that I'm always working on. I took on listening to The Stranger's Secret every day after going to Peter Kelly's The New Way Live in Sydney, because she talked heavily about her relationship to money and her money story, and how she'd grown up with a single mum of 4, and that had impacted her her relationship to finances. And so she had to heavily go to work on that area in order to elevate herself to be able to earn a 7-figure income and retire herself at 25 years old. It involved a lot of like groundwork to be able to grow herself in order to in order to manifest that amount of money to come into her life. And so she said that she'd listened to The Stranger's Secret 400 times. And I thought, well, if it worked for her, it can work for me. So we downloaded it on Isaac's phone, and we've just been listening to it wherever we go. And that's impacted my relationship to self. Because there's obviously a lot of positivity in that half an hour clip, but also, feeling more confident around finances and being able to talk about money. And it's not like a weird taboo subject that we don't need to talk about. It's like, yes, we live in a world where we need money, and that was something that I took on, and I can see that action has actually I can definitely post the link up.
Yeah,
on
actually,
YouTube, and you can download it on Audible for
I was going to say,
a few pounds.
We'll put up Audible and the YouTube link. We'll just put it up in the same post.
Yeah, it's amazing. Half an hour, just every single day. Listen to that, and I tell you what, your whole relationship around money just being another tool that we have access to on the planet, rather than this like freakish thing that we we never have enough of. Just shifts so massively listening to that. So yeah.
Cool. Can I get just one of you on the call to share, if one of you who's had like a really big breakthrough this week in terms of your goal, you achieved your goal, and you want to share with us like what that did around your belief needle, and what other impact it had. Did anyone achieve their goal? Like, who's on the call? I know there's only 3 of you.
I'm not 100% sure what my goal was, actually. That's what I'm going back to have a look and see.
For a lot of people, it was, I know they watched the Peter Kelly's Why.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about in a bit. So I'd say that's the big thing that was coming up. But I don't know if it was clear.
One of my goals was to share more.
One of your goals was to share more, Patricia?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's my internet is like all delayed, so sorry if I was talking over somebody.
That's right.
One of my goals was to share more on Facebook. If you go to my profile, there's literally, I've posted nothing. Like, I have no sharing, nothing. It's something that I find really, really challenging. So one of my goals is to like things more, comment on things more, and then start posting more. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm just slowly climbing the ladder, and I've been commenting on Facebook this past week than I have in, I don't know, 6 years of being on Facebook. So so I'm really proud of that, and I'm looking forward to getting better.
That's so awesome. I love that.
It's so huge. If you go back, oh my gosh, both Rachel and I probably, if you go back into maybe 2 years ago, it was probably Friday nights and Saturday nights where most of the posting happened, and I was probably drunk or I had a beer in my hand, and those were the only posts that went up, and it was really even me, actually. It was often other people taking the photos and tagging me, and I just never used Facebook, and I didn't want to. It was like, why use Facebook? I can just talk to people, and I had this whole thing about it, and so I started off the same, just so you know. And it's both Rachel and I have come a long way when it comes to posting on Facebook.
It would be nice to see more photos of you as well, because every time I try to post something for Patricia, I'm like searching through the 15 photos she has on her Facebook to like find one, and like one without one of you by yourself, and I was like, oh, there's this one here, but then I think you were in like a bathroom, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can use that. But yeah, it was Facebook's an interesting dynamic, especially if you're not used to posting on it regularly. And also, I don't know if you've been back and watched the call from last week, Patricia, about social media, but that will really help you. And there's some podcasts that I can post on the Team Abundance page specifically about social media, because they really help to grow your confidence in around like what to post. So it doesn't have to be like 0 to 100. It can be just, quotes, and think you out doing stuff initially before like you're posting like, I love network marketing or something, sometimes
you kind of want to lead into that.
Yeah.
It'll be weird to your Facebook community, your friends and family, if you just and they're like, what the heck are you doing? She never
I can send you one. Or have a look on my Facebook this week, Patricia, because actually one I did do was, and I'd written it down on my notepad from Corinne's talk last week about, was Never Stop Dancing. So it was really easy. Like, I went to my dance teacher at the end of the class and I said, hey, and she's an amazing, amazing lady. It was a very, very authentic post because Virginia is so amazing. And I just said, hey, I've been doing this 30-day training program, and your dance classes have been making a huge difference to it. So can I just take a photo with you to post for my coach? Like, that's what I said to her. And it came to me to have it be an acknowledgement post. So it was kind of, and I had 37 likes or emotions and 26 comments. So it was just a really nice little post, and it's about me and my health journey, and that I'm feeling good and that I'm working on something. And I just hashtag nutritional cleansing. I haven't mentioned anything else yet. I'm sort of like coming to it, but everybody, I think people have been noticing anyway, because Rachel tags me on some of the transformation posts, and all the acknowledgement posts are now coming up on my feed. So it's building some interest anyway from the people, my friends and girlfriends and stuff who
and you
on
can
Facebook.
put that, the thing for me is really that you can put that filter thing so that you have to approve.
Oh yeah, you can choose.
So
yeah,
because I tag everyone, but you guys don't need to have all that stuff go on your timeline if you don't want to. It's just more tagging you so you can see it and you can get ideas from it. So if you can just go into your privacy settings and you need to approve all your posts to go.
Because
then if someone tags me
timeline review is the option in your privacy settings.
Because sometimes people tag you in stuff from like 5 years ago when you had bright red hair and you're in Ibiza or something, and
Yeah.
you don't want that to come up on your timeline. So you don't have to. It doesn't have to. So you can just
Oh man, I've been so
you can
grateful
comment
for
on
that
it and then unapprove.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
have it this week too, because I had another person from another team, and I don't know that person, but they tagged me in a transformation photo, which Rachel had already posted to my page, to my timeline, so I didn't accept that other one
Okay, cool.
because I would have had it twice.
Yeah, good on
Yeah.
you.
Alice is going to be leading the calls.
I know.
I
I'm
can
like,
tell,
I can just like feel it.
probably just get
Put myself on mute.
New year,
Alice
first call.
leading it.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, so let's finish up on all that, the first part of the structure, and we've got 13 minutes to go over the why and the pages. So let's start with, did you guys all watch the why or on the call? The why video with Peter Kelly, yeah?
Yeah, I knew these guys did because they're absolute legends.
And I know some of you or all of you shared on the post as well, but just tell everyone who's going to be listening to this call and ask, what was your number one takeaway? I know it's probably hard, but what was your number one takeaway from that video for yourself? First and first serve.
Well, watching that video, I remembered from 5 years ago, I used to take walks while I was doing my postgraduate degree, and I would visualize what my life or what I wanted for my life. And one of the things was traveling with my family in Italy, having a holiday house there, and just having amazing memories. And since then, that was sort of 4 years ago, I had completely forgotten about that. And then watching that video, it reminded me, and it just, I couldn't believe that I had forgotten that. It'd been years since I had thought of that goal. And so that watching that video triggered it again. And so now it's so present in my mind at the moment. And so it really fills me with inspiration and energy. And it's really, that was the number one thing that I took from that video.
So perfect. I love it. Oh, I just love the why. It's the conversation that brings up all the emotion, which drives everything that we do. Just like you said, like that passion, that excitement. It's only that will keep you going through anything in life. Like when times get tough and you're going through troubles, like having those memories and having those thoughts and those feelings as a result of those thoughts is just that's everything. That's all we really ever need, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's so perfect that you got that from her. Thanks, Patricia. Yeah. Alice?
Oh yeah, I'm just thinking there was two things. The first thing was just how much I just love Peter Kelly. I mean, what a ridiculously authentic and beautiful and connected and very, very, very smart and intelligent and hardworking lady, absolutely full credit. Like the clarity with which I was explaining to my husband Hamish, he's done a lot of personal development, a lot of trainers, a lot of different people. I think she's exceptional. She just has done the work, done the talk, produced the results, then has this level of mastery where she's able to succinctly create that for others. And that's like a real gift. A lot of people can do it themselves, but to be able to get up there and communicate and excite and provide such value in a short amount of time, like the content of that talk was just phenomenal, like from that point of view. Just made me think that, Isagenix is an incredible company and we're in exactly the right place if there are people like that who have been involved and set it up and provided the groundwork for the future generation. Her heart and what she's doing with New Way Live now is just so beautiful. And then the other thing was, I just cried at the very, very end because the why is you. This is something for me, ultimately. My why is for me. It's something I want to know I've done, something that I can contribute to our family, something that is going to make me feel good and is going to give me a real great structure for helping others, for making a difference for others, which is what I want to do. And I don't feel like I have to go out and invent some lifestyle coach business or do something else that I was going to do next year. I just think I'll pitch into this and it's going to be something I can really own and love and feel great about, and I really want to do it. So it was just confirming all that is beautiful. for me.
You're a powerhouse, Alice, and that was 2 things, so you failed that one. It's awesome, thanks. Like that first one you said, like it's so right. Like I remember when I first went to my first like few events and like a Super Saturday and then bigger events with Isagenix, and I was like, the training in this company is insane, because I've seen the training in other network marketing companies and other companies in general, like with when I worked at ANZ, and it's just nothing actually compares to what I've seen in Isagenix, like from my experience. And yeah, it is the people that create that experience of that type of training for people to have the results that they have. And like we have like in this company millionaires showing up every week. It's crazy. Like
it's no surprise.
No, not at all.
No surprise. Yeah, I think it's a very PK, you know, that word came up so many times, but heart-centered. I think that just sums it all up for me at the moment. Just real, it's about the heart. And
and the why is you. So true.
True.
That's the biggest why of all,
From the top down as well. You know, at PK's event, she talked about that we're moving from an idealistic world where we have people on a pedestal to everyone being equal, and that's what she talks about that we'll see happen on the planet in the next 10, 20 years, is that there will not be like the pop stars and everybody wants to be like the pop stars. Everybody will just be equals on the planet. The people in, you know, Africa who live in mud huts will just be as equal as, you know, people that do make a living from singing. And there's not this kind of there's no hierarchy anymore. That's the way that the world's going, because that's what people want. They don't want that hierarchy anymore. And for me, that's what Isagenix is. Like I was just talking about, that, you know, Jen Patch will just call us up and she'll just be like shouting to the kids, but then she's just on the phone with us and it's so normal. And, you know, and that's what Isagenix breeds. It breeds that environment where everybody's the same, regardless of, you know, what income you have or what house you live in or, you know, what car you drive. None of that shit matters. It's just like about people coming together and making a difference. So yeah, I loved what you said, Alice.
So good.
Yeah,
I was about to start talking about the pages, but Jo, did you watch that? You watched that video, didn't you? Yeah,
I'm sure you've watched it before, haven't you, Jo?
Yeah, I've watched it before. God, I don't even know where to start. I mean, everything you guys have said completely sums it up for me as well. And I think just this past couple of weeks I've been part of PK's Supercharge group as well, and it's just really God, I don't even know what it's doing. It's really powerful. It feels like, I mean, my why is never changing, but how I'm getting there is changing, if that makes any sense. And I think being able to hold on to your why just helps you get through the hard graft of getting everything established and doing the hard work. And I think what I can kind of sense happening is that it's more about what I'm wanting to, it's the legacy part really that I'm wanting to leave for my kids and also teach them on the journey. So that's really exciting. As you said, Rach, you know, just our new way of living and everyone's equal, no hierarchy, loving that. And it's such an awesome gift to be able to give your kids that lesson. So I don't know if that even answered the question, but it's just kind of where it's sitting for me right now.
Yeah, I love that. So I so love that. Were you at the New Way Live, Jo?
No, wasn't.
I was just going to say we should share with Patricia more about the Supercharge group, because it's a tribe Peter Kelly's created called the Supercharge. Just loved everything you said. I like she talks so much about at the event about that's what the planet is calling for, and that the planet is a fifth dimensional being, and that we don't need to go down to save the planet. We need to rise up to meet the planet where it's at, because at the moment we're operating 3D and the planet's up here.
Yeah.
And we need to rise ourselves up in order to be vibrating at the same frequency of the planet, not going down to save the planet. So it's just so natural for us to move to this next stage on Earth.
I love that, Rach. I think that is such an incredible thing, and it's such a beautiful thing that I'm learning from PK. And what blows me away is that for me, at my age, I'm coming up 45, and I'm only just learning this stuff now, and which I'm so grateful for. But the excitement is that I can share it with my kids and they get to learn it as small people, and that's so exciting. But
Yeah.
this new understanding is mind-blowing. I love it.
Take it away for them, because they're going to be the ones that carry this on.
It's amazing knowing that you'll be giving that to your children. It's like it's the biggest gift to be able to know a new way to do things, where the future is heading anyway, with business, with life.
Yeah.
You know, and you get to
What is it she says? A new way of living, giving, earning. I can't remember what the 4 words are. Earning, giving, living. It's like 4, the thing that she... Leading.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it, Anna?
Leading, giving, earning, giving.
Yeah, but it's all one. It all works together, and it can be all the same thing. You can lead, and you can give, and you can earn, all from a place of heart, basically. Rather than, you have to earn money and it's over here and it's negative, and then you have to, sometimes you have to give to people, but then it's separate.
I love that. That
Yeah,
makes me
Patricia,
feel
you
good.
would love the supercharge.
She would.
I'll find out the prices, because I think there's some discounts. I'll have to find out. Yeah, and it's just a tribe. And people just share so authentically in that group. I've never seen anything like that. People in Osteogenics, they're like leaders in Osteogenics, just sharing.
Everyone's going to be watching this call. So just
A bit of noise.
Sorry, that's my house, I think. There's a noisy action movie in the background.
My dad's saying it sounds like Star Wars.
Cool. Do you want to say anything else about the why? I'm just making.
I remember the first time, so I went to Celebration, as most of you know. I joined Isogenics, and then I went to Celebration like 3 days later, and I didn't know what Isogenics was, and I hadn't started my product when I went to Celebration, and it was a 3-day event. It was huge, and I just had like my mind blown. Isaac's looking at the time, so I'm going to make this brief. But basically, I was sat in the audience, and people kept saying to me, "Oh, you need to know about who this Peter woman is," and I was like, "I don't have no idea who that is." And I was sat in the audience, and she came on stage, and she delivered the voice versus the noise speech, and I just sat there and I just bawled my eyes out. I just sat and I just cried and cried and cried, and it was like she spoke to my soul. It was just the most profound experience. And hearing what you guys shared takes me back to that time, and for you guys getting that, because that's where we are. So what we experience in PK, we experience in ourselves. I read a book, and it was like she is you and you are her, and that kind of oneness that comes from being connected by heart, by soul, and that's why it feels like she's speaking to our soul, because she's just speaking to us, her, like, and that's what you guys are also great at. So all I can hear is love when you all talk, and just keep on that journey, because that's how you'll really connect with your tribe as you start to build your business, because people will see you in them and them in you. Yeah.
I just want to leave you guys with one question to ask over these next couple of weeks. Just go out into your communities, into your family environments, your friends, like everyone you're going to be meeting over these Christmas, New Year's holidays, and ask this one question: what excites you the most? So that is the most powerful question, and that whatever answer people give to that, whether they say I don't know, or whether they give a big long answer, like either they don't know their why when they say I don't know, or whatever they say is their why. That's their why. Like, you don't have to tell them, oh, that's your why. That would sound weird, but just getting into having a beautiful conversation around what excites people most. Like that, you'll see people's faces light up. Like, there's so many people complaining about what's going on, Christmas time, family, all that stuff. Like, that goes on around money, all that.
Government.
But you ask them what excites them most, they'll forget about all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you'll just light their lives up.
Often they look like this. And they look into the distance.
I don't get asked.
They're like, oh my God. and then they start talking about it and it's like they've gone somewhere else. It's such an incredible question to ask people, because I swear to God, some people have never been asked that in their whole life. What excites you? And yeah, it's really interesting. Anna Richards was sharing the Supercharged how she was at a party and she was talking to a guy and he was an accountant and he was really boring, and he just was like, and then she just said to him, what excites you? And he said to her, I've never been asked that question before. And he was like 45. So, and you'll meet so many people over the Christmas time that can benefit from what we have as well. I always keep that in the forefront of my mind. I just connected with a woman on the bus called Anne Marie, who lives in Plymouth, and went up to London to see her brother in a play. And, we talked for ages on the bus, and, I don't know where that friendship will go, but I made a new friend, and just keep that in mind as well, that, when you go out and you're meeting people, just, you don't know, maybe that could be someone in your tribe who you could really make a difference to. So,
and it's just about connecting with people. It's not, you don't have to bring up Isagenix if it comes up naturally in conversation because it's something that excites you and they ask you the same question or something like that, then let it come up. Otherwise, just get into people's world about what excites them and what drives them and motivates them, and you'll learn so many things about people you've possibly known for years, but you've never asked that question, so you didn't know that about them.
Lots of people, like young people, say travel, like the 20-somethings.
Yeah, you'll get different answers from different generations too. It's really, really interesting. And just ask that question and see what shows up. And in 2 weeks' time, I'll be asking people, what kind of answers did you get, and what did you get out of asking that question. And so I just want to leave you with that for homework and whatever goals you've committed to around your belief needles. And we've gone 3 minutes over, so apologies for that. But just one last thing briefly on the Cleanse page and the Team Abundance business page. So we are going to be, they're brand new, those pages, and we're in the midst of updating content on there, putting content on there, updating descriptions, finding the vibe for our tribe and the content to match, all that kind of stuff. And we're going to be changing the description and the pinned post for the pre-Christmas cleanse page, and the title, of course, after Christmas. So you're going to start seeing changes on those pages. And I actually ask if any of you on this call or whoever's listening to this recording have any suggestions for the pages that you let either Rach, Corin, or I know, or all three of us in a group message. Just shout out what, because this is what I want you guys to know, that these are your pages just as much as they are ours. It's just coming off that bus. So you guys are leaders of your own businesses. We're not leaders for your business. You are the leader of your own, and you have your own teams, or you're about to have your own teams wherever you're at. You are leaders, and once you share with one person in Isagenix, that makes you a leader. So one person about Isagenix, that makes you a leader. So start generating that type of leadership in your life and for your business. And we are the admins of the page, so we update the content on there, but that doesn't mean you don't have a say in it. So let us know what exactly is it that you want. It'll make our jobs easier, so that's really cool. And we'll be creating a page that's for our tribe, not just for us and what we think is good for our tribe. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So did you have anything else to say?
Yeah, so we obviously have separated from the other pages, and there were some things that I wanted to implement that I hadn't seen in the other pages. The other pages were big, and it was the first page for our team here in New Zealand, so there's obviously been stumbling blocks along the way. For me, the Team Abundance page, I really wanted it to make it about what we were talking about, leading from heart, and inside of that, as a byproduct of that, you earn a fantastic income, rather than you can earn money and then help people. And for me, that was something that I felt every time I went onto the residual income page. I didn't feel there was that there. That was just my personal kind of opinion. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions about that, I've loved what Alice has been sharing about PK and that on there, and I've got heaps more ideas. I know that the page is flowing when I've got lots of ideas of things to post on there, coming from that context. So I don't post as much stuff about the money, because I'll be really honest, the money actually doesn't drive me that much.
Whereas actually, I probably will post like every so often things about the income side because
more, yeah.
It is like, that excites me. That was my first why when it came to doing this business. Like I started because I wanted to get some stuff paid, like some like bills paid off and, you know, things like that. That's what excited me at first. Now it's different. Like goals change over time, but I will like, because that resonates with some people. And so it's, we'll have that balance.
Have that balance.
There's something about that, Isaac, that I just noticed because I saw a post that Adam and Jack Bathurst on the other Complete Experience page around the graph with the numbers and stuff on, you know, with the interest that you'd earn from the cycles.
Put that one up.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like for me, that one would be lower down in the type of post I'd respond to personally. Yeah. I love goals. I love short-term. You know, I'm able to do this business to achieve this goal, and here I am. Something with spreadsheets and money, but you know, like if you love it, do it. Don't.
Yeah, everyone's different. That's the beauty of this. And Rach and I are quite different. Like I think really logically, and I go, well, if I can earn that amount, and I'm a banker, 8 years, so I was like, that's so much more interest than what I would have earned on a 5% interest rate on that. You know, I'll go like that. And
fascinating.
Every single person.
Oh well, no, but you should, because there'll be all sorts of people on there eventually on the page, and you know,
and we want to inspire people, not. You know, because sometimes if you're posting, I, you know, have this many people in my downline, or I have this much money, sometimes people can just go to the place of, oh, well, I've been in this long and I'm not earning that. And that's not what it's about, because we know that, say you've got Jackson Park that enrolls you, your downline is going to be huge compared to someone, you know, that's enrolled on an inside leg. But that doesn't make any difference to the journey that you're on and the impact you can make. So for me personally, I don't want there to be, my posts will be authentic to what I feel, you know, the journey of Isagenix is. And sometimes things just land to me as inauthentic, like that's, and also the money it's important that we, you know, we talk and we share about the financial side of things, because it is part of this.
The difference is too, Alice, you make a really good point, and the way I would have shared that post would be quite different. Like I would have come from a place of, so you'd earn this much interest and this is what you could do with that interest or that money, like what's possible, like coming back to the why, like how it would fulfill on my own personal why I would share about, and possibly for others what it could do for them with families and mums, and you know, and that would connect to someone like yourself, and then people would connect to the figures would see that too. So it's like there's different ways you can have the same post, but it can be a completely different style of posts, like depending on what you say.
Definitely.
I think it's fine. I think that, you know, you've set the intention for the page, Rachel, and I think that the people who are participating on it currently are in your vibe anyway, like so it's going to honour that. And I like that it's a smaller page. I think I feel comfortable inviting people to it, and we can bring stuff across that we find relevant, and you know, it's good, and it's nice to have an eye on both. I know obviously Sarah, and I've just got to personally watch how much time I'm spending on social media, but it's okay.
Yeah. So we're not on the Complete Lifestyle or the residual income page anymore
at all. Like you're not even commenting or looking particularly.
Can't see it. We can't see it.
So
anymore.
all the leaders got purposely removed off those pages. So Cora and Rach, myself, a few others. They want us to be, you know, creating our pages and boosting and pumping our pages, that we can still see who's on those pages, but we can't see the content. Any other content on there now.
Yeah.
So the Lisa Meredith post that came up this week, then that where did you see that?
Which one?
She's a mum from Wellington who did a 30-day cleanse and had quite good results. It was posted on the Complete Experience, and then you posted it.
Oh, okay. I think maybe I saw that before we got removed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Often we find them.
I'll talk to you about that later, right?
Yeah, and ICE testimonials is the best place to find before and after photos as well. A lot of the ones on the Complete Lifestyle page are from there.
Yeah. And
okay, cool.
We're on Jen Patch, Jen Schultz. She added us into her page, so we can see stuff from there. Like, I'll be perfectly honest, everyone just takes stuff from everybody else's pages anyway. Like, that's pretty, and it just circulates the Isagenix community. Some stuff is obviously original to us, that vibes with us, like, you know, things that...
Well, it's your people.
Your people, yeah. But, like, the things like, you know, the generic things like the passion fruit smoothie, and, like, things that... Yeah, and the before and afters, they kind of circulate. So yeah, and with just touching on the financial side of things again, what I want to, I want it to be a conversation that the two are just linked. It's like they just all work together, hand in hand, rather than.
You talk about the income separately, and you talk about
impacting people separately. It's like impacting people and earning money is like this.
One doesn't happen without the other, in other words, and that's how we want to create it. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
And that'll be perfect. Powerful. And also, like the leadership thing I was talking about, that applies for posting on the pages too, just as much as posting on your own page. Post, and the thing is, a lot of what you can post on, like the pre-Christmas cleanse page in particular, and even sometimes on the Team Abundance page, you could potentially post on your personal page. So you just want to think about being able to leverage time effectively by posting on all pages with one post in particular. So you'll see we do that with before and afters. We'll post them like on our pre-Christmas cleanse and our own page. So things like that. But posting on the pages, like you're the leaders of your own business. This is effectively both pages are for your business. So start posting on them, before and after photos. It's stepping up a bit, and I've seen you guys start posting to and others, and it's awesome. And we just want to keep that flowing and create that duplication to our downline and our team as well on that page, pre-Christmas page.
Yeah, you guys are rocking it. We're so proud of you all, and you're just doing awesome. So I want you to go and have the most amazing Christmas.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to see you all in the new year. And we just can't wait to be back in New Zealand for summer kickoff. Like, it's going to be an amazing event. I can't believe how quickly it's sold out. So, Patricia, I just want to have a chat with you about coming up and stuff. I know you've booked your ticket, not your flight. But as far as you and Alice are concerned, you've got somewhere to stay when you come to Auckland. You don't need to worry about that. We've sorted that. And we're going to do some in-touch training at Corin's house. So we'll give you girls. I'm not sure if Corin's spoken to you about that yet, Joe. No, but we're arranging it for the Friday, like early evening, so that and we can have everyone in Auckland and do the in-touch training then together at Corin's house, and then we'll go to New Year kickoff together on the Saturday, which is really cool. And then I think we're going to do a barbecue on the Saturday night so that you guys can all just mingle and get to know each other.
Nothing beats face to face.
Yeah, belly to belly. Love it.
Belly to belly. Just imagine two bellies.
Yeah,
but
I always do. Every
they're
time
like
I
really
say that.
small bellies, and it's hard to touch them.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool, guys. I'm just going to stop the recording now. Thanks, everyone. Just a really Merry Christmas to everyone who's watching this recording. We love you guys so much. And just so you know, we won't be recording calls in the future in the new year, 2017. So you all just have to be on there on Sunday night. So
and also, if you guys, like, we're here just because Christmas is happening doesn't mean we just disappear off the face of the planet. We're still here showing up. Every day, and obviously over Christmas it is generally like quieter and people are with their families and stuff. But if you speak to your aunt and your aunt's like, "Oh my God, I want to start my Christmas cleanse in January," then just message me. Like, I want you guys, and that goes for you as well, Joe. Just because Corin's your upline doesn't mean that you can't reach out to Isaac and I at any time.
Yeah, and you guys want to keep up those before and after photos, like over this Christmas New Year's period.
I just posted one.
Yeah, people are just going to be in the mindset of, oh no, I don't need to change right now. But as soon as Christmas is over and New Year's hits, they're like, oh my God, New Year's resolutions, goals. Who do I go to? Oh, Alice. That's right. She checked that before and after post up. I related to that one. I'm going to ask her what I need to do.
Yeah, and as soon as you get in action and you start sharing Isagenix more, like it becomes a conversation. Some people just start showing up, like energetically, people just start showing up. People message you and, contact you. Oh, I've seen you posting. I had one girl message me, and I'm like, I've never even seen her. She's never liked or commented on any of my stuff in the last 2 years. And she just messaged me and was like, I want to do the cleanse thing. So she's going to start in the new year. The other thing is when you do post them before and afters, Joe, I just posted one. I hadn't tagged you in it, but if you want to repost it and tag us, like, you can do that.
Yeah.
Like, steal my stuff, repost it,
take
tag
our
me.
stuff, use it.
Then it comes up and I can comment on it and stuff. So, whatever, do whatever.
Okay, I'm going to stop recording now, just so we can have a general chat.
Bye, everyone.
Love you guys.
Recording.